Hello everyone, Kathy here. Welcome to another yoga class with me. Today I'll be starting a special series here on my channel, the Prenatal Yoga series. So yes, I am expecting about 4 months along right now, so just early in my second trimester. So I'm really excited to be sharing this journey with you through my yoga practice. So this is going to be the first of several videos in this series. So as I move through my pregnancy journey, I'll be sharing different videos specifically targeting on the different trimesters that you're in to tailor a practice that is safe and suitable for you depending on where you are in your own pregnancy journey. This practice is also very suitable for people who are just looking for a gentle hatha-based class that's going to help you relax, open up the hips, the shoulders, and as well as the low back. So a lot of these common themes can be found in some of my slower hatha videos as well, so you can check them out here. So for today's class, we're going to be focusing on a slow flow class based on movements to open up the hips, the shoulders, and just getting our body a little bit more limber, better movement, and taking out some of the stiffness and soreness you might be experiencing in your back or shoulders or hips. So typically the rule of thumb is when you're in your first trimester, you can still go about your activities and exercises as you normally would. As you start to move into your second trimester, we need to be a little bit more careful about some of the postures, such as twisting and deeper forward folds. So just make sure that you're paying attention to your body and using appropriate props to support you on your journey. So today's class is more suitable for people who are in their second and first trimester. You can reach for some props if you like. A block and a strap is all we're going to need today. So when you're ready, let's meet on our mat in a seated position. And remember, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what you liked or what you'd like to see more of in the future. And don't forget to click on the subscription bell to receive more videos straight to your inbox. All right, let's go. All right, let's begin by taking a seat in easy pose with our ankles crossed. Feel free to sit up onto a bolster or onto a block to make yourself more comfortable. We're going to center our bodies here by taking your hands, index and thumb pressing together, turning the palms open. In Gyan Mudra, relax the shoulders, closing the eyes. Let's take a few deep breaths together, preparing for practice. Inhaling through the nose, allow your belly to expand. And exhale, either through the nose or through the mouth. This is important as we start to progress deeper in our pregnancy to not practice breath retention, such as the Ujjayi breath that's used in Ashtanga. Want to make sure we're constantly supplying our bodies with oxygen, keeping our bodies and the babies healthy. Breathing in through the nose, feel the belly expand, chest lift, rib cage rise. As you exhale, breathing out all the way down to the pit of the belly. 2 more just like this. Paying close attention to the length and depth of our breath. Now let's gently open up the eyes. Taking an inhale, let's reach our hands up. As we exhale, drop your right fingertips down onto the ground or onto a block. Gentle side bend. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, taking your left hand down. Right arm reaches up and overhead. Nice and easy side to side tick-tock from left to right. You can drop down onto your forearms if you find that you have the flexibility to do so. So when we're in our first and second trimesters or early on in your second, it's still okay to do some side flexions where we're placing a little bit of compression into our obliques. As we get more advanced in our journeys, it's important to be careful how deeply we fold. Okay, so taking care to protect your body. Use a block if you need. Do a gentle side bend if you need to modify. Last time, inhale up, fingertips, block or forearm. We're going to hold here 3 breaths. Inhale back up over to the left. Keep the chest lifted, pull this top arm back. And inhale to center. Let's take our back foot forward just to relax the legs. Taking a breath in, reach the arms up. We're going to give ourselves a gentle twist. Right hand back, left hand to the outside of the right knee. Sit up tall. Inhale. As we exhale, twist. Again, another movement that we need to be more mindful of as we move into our later stages of pregnancy is twists. So if you're in your first and second trimester, this should be not a huge issue. Inhale, come back to center. Let's go over to the other side. But as we get later on in our pregnancy, it's important to twist only from the upper back. So our belly button needs to stay forward. Okay, so your twist is going to be more isolated to the thoracic spine and the cervical spine, keeping your hips forward. One more breath. Maybe looking behind your back shoulder, stretch through the side of the neck. And inhale, come back to center. Let's take the feet together, finding ourselves into a butterfly position. So you can take a wide butterfly, placing your feet further out or pulling them in for a deeper stretch. Let's go a few flutters here. If you have a block or bolster, feel free to place it in front. We're going to gently bend forward, so not all the way down. So we're going to stay on our fingertips. Or if you have a prop, feel free to rest on that. A few easy breaths here to open up the hip joints. Allowing the knees to fall towards the ground, working with gravity. At the same time, we're also giving relief to our low back here. So keeping your hips on the ground, pulling down, finding decompression through the low back, through the lumbar spine. Slowly walk yourself back up. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. We're going to take the feet in together, cross over the ankles, and make our way into a table position. So finding your way into tabletop, hips over the knees, shoulder, elbows, wrists in one line. Deep breath in, let's drop our bellies. Inhale, lift the chest, cow pose. Exhale, start to tuck the tailbone under, chin in, press the floor away, into cat. Feel free to close the eyes here as we move through a few cycles of cat and cow. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, stretch. Push the floor away, spread the shoulder blades. Let's do two more here. At your own pace, flowing to the rhythm of your own breath. And inhale, come back to center. We'll take the right leg back. Inhale, kick and extend. As we exhale, big step forward. Take that foot to the top of the mat. Let's go into a low lunge. So from your fingertips, stay here or use blocks under your fingers, or we come up onto our thigh. So a quick check here for our alignment. Front knee over the ankle, hips right underneath our shoulders. Let's relax our shoulders by taking our hands behind our back. Take an interlaced finger here. Inhale, lift the chest. Pull the hands away from your hips. Lifting up, stretching through the chest and shoulders. And exhale, bring the hands down. Walk your hands back, flex the ankles. Allow your toes to point up. So we're not going to fold down towards our shin, but if you're in your first trimester, you can go ahead and find that forward fold. If you're further along, let's just stay up and lifted. We're going to get the effects of stretching into our back of the legs by pushing the foot forward and pulling the sit bones back. So finding that stretch from front to back of our posterior chain. Walking forward, inhale into low lunge, lift the chest. Hands on the floor or blocks, shift the hips back, straighten out the right leg. Maybe bow forward, or maybe we stay up. We're going to flow a few times here, nice and easy. Really important to stretch out our hip flexors, the front of our hips, especially if you're sitting a lot during the day. Great counter stretch. Last time, inhale, look forward, come up. Exhale, we're going to shift the hips back. Now continue with our hip focus. Warm up, we're going to walk the hands forward. Dragon pose, heel toe the right foot to the outer edges of the mat. So toes turning out, heels turn in. We're going to curl the back toes, lift the back knee off the floor, left hand on the ground. Inhale, gentle twist. Reaching the top arm up. Exhale, we're going to stretch the hand forward. So creating that one line from your fingers to back toes. We're going to do a few rounds of shoulder circles here. As we inhale, we turn the palm open, reach up. As we exhale, we reach forward through the fingertips and down to the ground. A few rounds here. Feel free to draw different shaped circles, exaggerate, reach further back or further forward. Last time. And coming back to center, option to take a half bind, bend your elbow, take your hand towards the low back. And let's release, bring the knee back down onto the ground. We're gonna hold here in dragon pose for 3 breaths. So you can come down onto your forearms or onto your hands or a block, whatever feels good for you. It's great to maintain a really consistent hip opener practice throughout the pregnancy. It's gonna do you wonders towards that end or the big finale. And let's make our way back up. Slowly close the knee back to center. And we'll step back into our table position. And we'll redo the same process on the other side. Inhale, stretch through the left foot. Big step forward to the top of the mat. Take a second to get comfortable. Find your balance on your fingers or onto blocks. Coming up, let's check our alignment. Keeping our weight even, so knee over ankles keeps our joints safe in this low lunge position. We're breathing into the right side of our hip flexors this time. Relax shoulders. Option to reach your hands behind, interlace the fingers. Take an inhale, lift up. Pull the hands away from the leg. Looking up, chest stays lifted. And exhale, hands to the ground or a block, shifting back. We're going to move into our half splits. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, shift back. Remember, you can fold forward or stay lifted. If you're in your first trimester, I recommend testing out the different variations to see what works for you, what feels good for your body. Sometimes a nice forward fold can feel really good for your hamstrings and decompress through the spine. So just be mindful of where our belly is and how we're feeling today. Let's do a few more. And we'll all knee forward in our low lunge position. Taking both hands to the inside of the front foot, we're going to heel to the left foot, a little bit wider into dragon pose. So notice my toes are pointing out, my heel is pointing in. I'm going to take my right hand to the center, curl the back toe, lift the back knee. So I'm coming into a twisted lunge position, reaching the top hand up. And I'm going to take my arm through some circles here. So turn the palm open, reach up. Take my arm close to my ear and reach all the way back down. A few circles. Nice gentle twist for the body. And we're also focusing on shoulder mobility, shoulder movements. Last time, coming back into center, we're going to bend the top elbow, swing this arm behind towards our low back for a half bind. Continue to open the chest, open the shoulders, and exhale, drop the back knee down, bring both hands in, step this leg back into our tabletop position. Let's curl the toes, lift the knees, coming up into downwards facing dog. So from our downwards facing dog, let's take a second to shake the hips from side to side, drop both feet over towards the right, towards the left. Keep your feet a little bit wider if you have a more pronounced belly here, so try not to put pressure on it. And if you need another modification, you can always come down onto your knees in table position. We're going to take our left leg up, inhale, lift, look forward, big step to the top of the mat, drop your back foot down, pivot, wheel your arms up into warrior two. So our left toes are pointing forward, our right foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat. Hands to your hips, a few bounces here, release the hips. Try to find some strength in your lower body as we open up the adductors and inner thighs at the same time. So we want our knee to be directly over our ankles. Weight is evenly distributed to front and back foot. Keep grounding down through the back edge of that pinky toe. So inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Looking over your front middle finger. Now let's turn both palms open, straighten the front leg, triangle pose, reach the arms up. Exhale, lower back down, warrior two. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink down. Closing your eyes here if you like, moving with your breath. Last time. Holding here, turn your palm open, inhale, exalt your warrior, sweep the arm up and back towards your right foot. Exhale, drop the forearm, extend a side angle. Make sure your hand is here. We're not going to go all the way down, but if you like, feel free to take any other variation of side angle. Just for support and to not overdo it, we're going to rest our hand down like a shelf for today's practice. Last time. And inhale to center, straighten out this front leg. We're going to pivot, come through center into a wide-legged forward fold position. So our toes are pointing forward. Heels are slightly turned in, slightly towards the middle. Catching our hands to our hips. Deep breath in. Exhale, we hinge forward. Bend as much as you need into the knees, and we come down. Dropping the chest, dropping the head. The wider your feet are, the easier it is to come to the floor. For a more challenged stretch, bring your feet in together. Let's walk the hands back in line with the feet. One more breath. Inhale, look forward, walk the hands to the front. Look up halfway. Exhale, release. We're going to turn the right toes so it's pointing to the back edge of the mat. Adjust your back foot. Left foot is parallel to the front of your mat. So we're turning to the back side this time. Hands to your hips, a few lunges here in warrior two. Stretching out the inner thighs. Opening through the hips. All right, let's take our hands out. Warrior two position. Front knee over the ankles. Knee is opening up towards the baby toe. Shoulders relax. Crown the head in line with the mat, perpendicular to the mat. Turning the palms open. Let's start to flow. Inhale, triangle pose, straight legs. Exhale, lower. Inhale, breathe, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, full breath out as we lower. 3 times here, moving with your breath. Last one. Staying here in warrior two, we're going to turn the palm open. Inhale, exalt your warrior, reach the arm up and back. Exhale, drop the front forearm down on your thigh, sweep the top arm up. One straight line from your finger to back toes. Inhale, exalt. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, sweep the arm up and back. Open through the chest, stretch into the obliques. As we tick-tock side to side, one more time. And inhale to center, straighten the leg, wide-legged forward fold. This time we're going to stretch into our shoulders. So we'll take our hands behind our back, grab your wrist, forearm, or interlace the fingers. Take a deep breath in, lift through the chest. Exhale, we hinge from the hips as we slowly drop the chest down. Again, adjust your feet as needed. If your head is already touching the floor, walk the feet in a few inches closer. If you're really high off the ground, bring your feet a few inches apart. And we can start to sway side to side. Gently bob the head up and down. Breathing into the shoulders, finding a little bit more mobility and looseness through the shoulder joints. Also great for decompressing through the low back, sacrum area. And okay, release the hands down, catching the floor. Inhale, look forward, halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to lower our knees to the ground, preparing for frog pose. So this posture is really great for the inner thighs, the adductors. Grab a block if you like for underneath your hands. We're going to keep our knees bent at 90 degrees and our ankles bent as well. So our toes are facing the front and back edges of the mat. So from here we can shift forward and back a little bit, bring some slight motion. You can find where the sticky spots are. Once you're ready, we can come down to a comfortable level for you. So that might be on your hands, on a block, or on your forearms. We're going to hold it here for 3 deep breaths. Make sure you can breathe in whichever position you're in. That's always a good check to see if we're correctly in the posture or if we might be going a little bit too far. All right, last breath. And let's make our way up wherever you are. Coming up to come out, we're going to shift forward. Bring the knees together. Send the hips back. Wide-legged child's pose. Coming down onto the ground, dropping the chest, dropping the head. If you need, place a block or a bolster, a little bit of belly support here. Great posture for decompressing the entire length of the spine. Might feel really good for your sacrum, low back. We're going to add a slight lateral stretch to our wide-legged child's pose. Get into our QL muscles. So reaching the hands over towards the right corner of your mat. Right hand stacks on top of left. Exhale, pull the hips down. Walking the hands through center over to the other side. Inhale, stretch the hands over towards the left corner. Left hand on top of right. Exhale, pull the hips back. And slowly release. Inhale, come up. We're going to press up into a table position. Swing the legs around and take a seat. We'll have the right leg out on a diagonal, left foot to the inner thigh. So we're going to sit up nice and tall here in our revolve head to knee pose position. We're going to sit up onto a block or bolster if you need a little bit added support. We're going to take an inhale, reach the arms up. As we exhale, right hand down to the inside of that right leg. Top hand reaches up and overhead. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, lateral bend. Slowly building up to that full gate pose extension. Again, we're going to some slightly deeper side bend. So just notice where you are with your belly. And if it's more comfortable, stay up on your fingertips. Don't bend all the way down. And last time, we're going to go into our full side bend. Top hand, if you can, catch your toes. Try to keep your sit bones on the ground and this top shoulder pulling back. So we're always looking for length in the body, openness through the chest. Inhale, come all the way back up. We're going to take a counter stretch. Take your palms behind, fingers pointing to the back, pressing into your right foot, left shin. We're going to drive the hips up, counter stretch here, open up the heart. And exhale, coming out the same way we came in, slowly lower the hips down. And let's switch sides. Pull the right leg in, left foot comes out onto a diagonal. All right, deep breath in as we reach the arms up. Exhale, hand to the inside, reach the top arm overhead. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dropping the hand down, or we stay up high. Last time, we're going to take this into our own version of gate pose. So whether you're up on your fingertips, on your forearms, or in the full expression reaching for your top toes, keep the shoulders back, right fingertips active. Last breath. And we come all the way back up into seated counter stretch. Right hand behind, fingers pointing behind you. Inhale, lift the hips, drive it forward, open up through the chest, through the heart. Press the hips forward, give those hip flexors a stretch. And we come out, same way we came in. Bring the feet in together, ending the same way as we started, in easy pose, Sukhasana, sitting comfortably. Once again, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, palms together, hands in front of the sternum. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Taking a few moments here to release your body, allowing your breath to come back to its natural rhythms. Taking a moment to give thanks to your body, the time you devoted to your practice, and taking in the benefits of the practice with you into the rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you everyone for joining me on this first of many videos in my prenatal class. Hope you feel more energized and limber after this practice, and I wish you the very best in your pregnancy journey ahead. Thank you and namaste.